Hi everyone. Most people think that being an actor is quite simple. Just memorize your lines, say them, and use your hands to be more expressive. Anyone can do this, right? But real life is different. Acting requires professionalism, constant self-improvement, and sometimes real sacrifices. Today, we will tell you about the actors who were deeply affected by the movies that they played in. Let's get it on. Bill Skarsgård. Even if you haven't seen the highly anticipated remake of It with Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise, you must recognize the character, because Bill gave a mind-blowing performance. He got into the character so much that he couldn't get rid of the terrible clown even after the movie was complete. Bill was thinking about Pennywise all the time, even when he was not on set. This partly helped him to get into character, but imagine, you go into the grocery store to get some bread, thinking about this eerie clown with his squinting eyes and red balloons. It's a little distracting. After the last scene was shot, Bill couldn't shake Pennywise off for a long time. It's as if he was always following the actor, and Bill kept having dreams about him. Sometimes these dreams featured both Bill and Pennywise. Sometimes the actor was in Pennywise's body. Sometimes it was a weird mix of the two. Skarsgård called it a destructive relationship, which turned out to be difficult to end. Pennywise is not just a negative character after all. He is evil incarnate, and playing this character could leave a mark. Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix's performance in the Joker movie was highly praised by both viewers and critics. This is evident by numerous awards and laudatory reviews. But in order to play such a character, Phoenix had to change a lot, and just reading the script is not enough to become the clown prince of crime. First of all, Joaquin had to change the way he looked. According to the director, Arthur Fleck had to be slim, so the actor had to lose about 23 kilos. It turned out that this affects the psyche, especially when you lose weight fast. Phoenix risked getting an eating disorder, and sometimes it was difficult for the actor to climb the stairs. He felt exhausted due to malnutrition, but still didn't give up his goal. After reaching his goal, Phoenix was very pleased. He started to feel different. He didn't share the details of his diet, but we know that he was under medical supervision. They made sure that the actor didn't expose his body to any serious danger.
Is it just me? Or is it getting crazier out there?
Christian Bale. Christian Bale knows better than anyone what it means to change one's appearance for a role. The kind of hardship he put his body through is simply mind-blowing. Bale's ongoing experiments with his body have turned into memes. He put himself at risk every time he was rapidly losing or gaining weight. Not so long ago, the actor even admitted that he plans to stop doing that because he could no longer take it, and that sometimes he feels that death is near. Bale's transformations began with his first serious role. In 2000, when the actor played the main character of American Psycho. For this film, Bale needed to be in perfect physical shape, and he nailed it. But for the next movie, The Machinist, Bale had to lose a lot of weight. In this movie, Bale resembles a skeleton and weighs only 54 kilograms. Keep in mind that Bale is 183 centimeters tall. The actor wanted to lose another 10 kilos, but the filmmakers asked him not to put his body through such stress, as it was really dangerous. After that, Bale got buff again for his role of Batman, subjecting his body to yet more stress. For the American Hustle, the actor had to gain a lot of weight. Probably for the first time in his life, Bale could eat any kind of junk food as much as he wanted. And then he lost the weight again, and then he gained weight again, and then, well, you get the point. Shia LaBeouf. Shia is a very unusual person. He shocked people more than once with his behavior, both on the red carpet and in his private life, and he knows what it means to really get into the character. In 2014, the film Fury was released, where LaBeouf played a soldier from the tank crew. For maximum realism, he didn't apply any makeup to his face, but cut the skin with a knife right before the shoot every time, so that the cuts looked natural. Although the makeup artist did a good job, just not good enough. Shia also asked the dentist to remove a perfectly healthy tooth in a bid to make his Fury character more realistic. Later, the actor admitted that the film changed him both morally and physically. No wonder. The director sent all the actors to a military training camp for training, which included workouts, shooting, and discipline. It is impossible to go through all of this and remain the same person. Daniel Radcliffe. Everyone knows Daniel Radcliffe. He's Harry Potter. But becoming world famous had its downsides. He became very famous too early on, and it greatly affected his life. For many people, it seems strange that fame can be a heavy burden, but there's nothing good about being recognized on the street all the time. You simply can't leave the house and walk to the store. You can't afford to look a little untidy either. You can't even hope that you won't meet anyone on the way. After all, there will always be some person that will scream, "Hey, it's Harry Potter!" and then drag you off to take a selfie. Adult actors can usually handle this sort of attention, but what if you're a teenager or just don't have enough experience? Daniel chose a simple solution. He started drinking. A lot. Especially after he finished filming Deathly Hallows. The actor simply had no idea what he would do next. It was frightening. And yes, unlike Harry, Daniel was in his 20s at the time, so legally he could drink.
You know, in my case, the quickest way of forgetting about the fact that you were being watched was to get very drunk, and then as you get very drunk, you become aware that, oh, people are watching more now because now I'm getting very drunk, so I should probably drink more to ignore that more.
However, he managed to cope with the difficulties thanks to his family and friends. Radcliffe has been sober since 2010 and continues to star in movies, and he seems to be doing just fine. Linda Hamilton. The Terminator is a cult film series, and Sarah Connor is a very famous character, but few people know what impact the character made on Linda Hamilton. There were a lot of loud sounds on the set of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Shots, explosions. To protect their ears, the actors used special earplugs, but Linda once pulled them out during a break, and then forgot to put them back in. Unfortunately, this happened just before the elevator scene was shot. You know the one we're talking about. There was shooting in a confined space. The noise made Linda feel terrible pain. The actress felt as if she'd been hit by a piece of glass, but no one seemed to notice that. Linda just pulled herself together and continued to act. Later, it turned out that she'd suffered permanent hearing loss in one ear. James Cromwell. You may know James Cromwell from many films and TV series, from The Green Mile to American Horror Story, Season 2 to be precise. But the movie Babe made an indelible impression on the actor. Yeah, the movie about the pig. If you saw it as a kid, it must have seemed heartbreaking to you. Babe won an Oscar and a Golden Globe, by the way. It's pretty impressive. Many people became vegetarian after watching the film, including James Cromwell. Moreover, the actor chose to become vegan. That is, he refrains from all animal products, all thanks to a movie about a charming pig. James also spoke out against animal cruelty and promoted careful attitude to nature. Cromwell was even arrested several times during public protests. The last time it happened on October 31st, 2019. Even today in his 80s, the actor remains very active and loves animals. Michael B. Jordan. Here's an interesting fact. Negative characters often seem more attractive to viewers than the positive ones. They're more fleshed out, have some drama in their life, and good acting is the icing on the cake. Something similar happened to Michael B. Jordan, who played Eric Killmonger in Black Panther. His acting was highly praised, but Jordan himself was not that thrilled. He's not used to playing antagonists and connected to his character, his pain and loneliness, a bit too much. After the movie was released, Jordan couldn't recover and go back to normal life for a long time. Eventually, he even went to a therapist to get rid of his dark thoughts. Hugh Laurie. If you do the same things every day for a long time, it will become a habit. Even if you're a real professional like Hugh Laurie, he was quite popular even before he took the role of Gregory House, but after it, he became famous all over the world. The series ended in 2012, and some quotes from it are still used. Many people chose the profession of a doctor thanks to House, and Hugh Laurie began to limp. Now, he'd never had any problems with his legs, but the habit of moving like this was just too strong. He even complained that he started to limp every time he heard action. It was like a reflex. They say that the limp also wrecked the actor's knees. Pretending to have a limp has given him some real injuries. Now we wonder if you can notice Hugh Laurie's limp in other movies. Take a look. This is the legacy of House MD. Psst, dude, are you looking for new technologies and great gadgets? Are your thoughts focused on the future? Do you love huge vehicles and can't imagine your life without robots around you? Then visit TechZone and you'll find all this and more. The link is in the description. You interested? Great.